Well, hello Internet. My name is Matt and that's my beautiful wife Candace. And this is the Midlife Cycles Motorcycle Adventure channel, where we have two-wheel adventures over the hill. I got my wife into riding this year after getting my kids into riding last year. And we're just tooling around the neighborhood, so we thought we'd give you an introduction to the channel. We want to have a little bit of fun, share our adventures with you. We're going to cruise around our neighborhood here and talk about what kind of got us into or back into motorcycles. I'll let my wife take off here. She's a new rider just this year. She's doing really well. Got her the T-Dub, the famous TW200, which is a fantastic little motorcycle. We are both loving it. I'm on the KLX300 2021 model. I picked this up used at about 190 miles rather. So I'm coming up on 1,500 miles, and I'll do a review of what I think about this thing. Overall, I really like it. It's probably will be one of my favorite off-road motorcycles I've ever had. I've had a few bikes in the past, but nothing. I've never had a proper dual sport. Really, I've had dirt bikes and some street bikes, but nothing that crossed the barrier there for both on-road and off-road. And I've done quite a bit of riding with it off-road and on-road, so we'll do a review of that. And I've also this year I bought a MT-07, more for commuting and having fun on the concrete, and boy is it a good time. We'll do a review of that too. I've just got I think over 2,200 miles on it. So yeah, early last year, our youngest son had been bugging us for a couple years to buy him a dirt bike, our youngest Joe, and we finally broke down and we brought, at the beginning of last summer, we bought him a TTR50, a used one that we had picked up from somebody local off, the ubiquitous Facebook marketplace. And he was 7 at the time. Yeah, 7, and he took it for a ride and was really loving it. His older sister and brother also took it for a ride, and it was kind of like giving one kid ice cream. If you give one kid ice cream, the other two are definitely going to want ice cream. And sure enough, older brother and sister definitely wanted dirt bikes. So we ended up with 2 more dirt bikes. We bought a little KO90 for Sarah, and we ended up with a KLX140 for Aaron. He's our oldest, and they started on that last year. I ended up picking this up used, the KLX300, and we also had a side-by-side that Candace and I rode some. We'd always really kind of loved off-roading and camping and that kind of stuff, but she'd never really been on 2 wheels. Did quite a bit of riding last year, and I think my daughter just fell in love with it. We ended up getting her a KLX 110 this year and selling the TTR50, and Joe's moved up to the KO90. And we've been riding like crazy earlier in the year and this summer, and we finally just talked the wife into jumping on a bike, jumping on 2 wheels, and really challenging herself to try something new. A lot of that was, obviously myself. I really wanted a riding buddy on the road, but also my daughter just really wanting somebody to ride with as well. So she's excited that mom's involved. So we bought her the TW200, and that's when I picked up the MT-07. We traded the side-by-side in on that. So it worked out really well, and she's been riding now for a couple of months, and we hope to share our adventures with you. We hope to, everything from, reviews, maintenance, our camping adventures. I've gone on one solo Moto camp trip, and I absolutely loved it. Really enjoying that. Dork in the road kind of got me wanting to do this. I've always loved motorcycles since I was a kid, like a lot of guys, but when you're young and you have young family, financial priorities, obviously what they are take a lot of your resources when you're younger, and we've been able to make this happen. Thankfully we've been able to buy all of our bikes cash, and which has really been cool. like not having any kind of banknote on them. But we're having a blast, and we want to just share it with the world, have a good time, and I think it's something the wife and I will do for a very long time together. She loves to camp, we love the outdoors, we love to off-road, and just all the cool places it can take you. So come along for the ride. I'll stop yapping and we'll just cruise around for a bit. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
It's my beautiful wife, Candace. She's the better looking part of the crew.
I do feel pretty cool.
She does feel pretty accomplished riding a motorcycle. I said, hey, a lot of people in the world can't ride a motorcycle. And you can, so that's fun. This is our absolutely incredible neighborhood out here in Bella Vista, Arkansas. Started out as a retired community. I think we have 5 or 6, maybe 7 golf courses and the same amount of lakes. It's a really pretty area. Everything looks like kind of a backwoods neighborhood everywhere you go. It's just a really pretty place. We are here in northwest Arkansas, which is Arkansas, but it's different. It's kind of its own microcosm, almost its own little world here in northwest Arkansas. Of course, Walmart has brought all sorts of folks into the area, so we have a very diverse demographic, and it's a great place to live. They brought a lot of wonderful things. It's maybe getting a little crowded for our taste. I did grow up in downtown Bentonville, and so you know, it's quite a bit different than what we have today, and maybe we'll do a video on that. I'll cruise around downtown on the MT-07 or something, and all around Bentonville. It's a wonderful place to come. We have an amazing art museum that's beautiful crystal bridges. They've got just amazing art there if that's your thing. I've only gone a few times, but I've loved it every time I've went, and I'm not an art person per se, but it's really quite the sight. But we're fortunate enough to have a couple of little neighborhoods that connect together here for us and allow her to practice, you know, in an area that, you know, not a lot of traffic. Don't have to worry so much about, you know, a lot of cars or a lot of speed as well, which has definitely helped her gain some confidence in riding. Practicing her starts and stops. Very good. She's dropped that bike a few times, but for the most part came away unscathed, all but just a few bumps and bruises here and there. And the bike relatively unscathed, no scratches really or anything. So that's been fun. It can be quite intense learning to ride a motorcycle if you didn't grow up around it. I grew up riding a little 50 of my friends and never had one myself as a kid, but several of my buddies did, and of course we ripped around on them pretty regularly, so it wasn't so much of a learning curve for myself when I started riding as an adult, which I started riding as an adult maybe 20 years ago, maybe a little bit more. We've been married coming up on 22 years, and I think maybe a year or two into marriage I'd bought a SV650, really cool bike, very much enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun, but when I was young, like many people, my IQ would go down when I got on it and just, really wasn't safe. So it didn't work out great. Ooh, there's a little shaky start. No killskis though. now we're here 20 years later. Kids are growing up. They love to ride. We've gone to Birds a couple of times and they just absolutely love it. Again, we'll do that Birds video. I've got all the footage. I just need to edit it. We've got several hours of footage from down there, so I'll try to cut that down. I'll do like a tour video of Birds Adventure Center out of Ozark, Arkansas, and then I'll do kind of a, maybe like a highlight reel of our time down there. I don't think I had my mic working for a good portion of it, so probably have to do some voiceover or something. And then of course we'll have to do a TW review, even though I don't know how many TW reviews are out there on the internet, but the internet can always use one more person saying good things about the TW, because it can't be understated how good that motorcycle is for what it is. And there'll be some people who disagree, but I love riding it. I get on it and just putt around the neighborhood, putt around our yard, our tiny yard, and I can just put it in first gear and just lump up the hill and goof off in it. It's so much fun. We've got quite a bit of good riding out here in Northwest Arkansas. A lot of dirt roads, so we do some dirt road runs. Probably 150, 200 miles close by of just dirt road that we could kind of go, and there are several creeks that we can hit, so we can even bring the swim gear with us and jump in the water and then ride home, which is fun. There's a couple of riding places. There's a couple of private areas that are pretty fun. We've been to one, I'm blanking on the name of it, maybe I'll overlay it here, but it's in Pineville, Missouri, and it's pretty good. And of course we've got Mark Twain National Forest, which is not that far away. I just rode a few weekends ago. Birds Adventure Center is about an hour and a half, hour 45 from here in Ozark, Arkansas. Mid-America Outdoors, which is over in Oklahoma, which Travis Pastrana has kind of got behind. They do a lot of side-by-side races and have like 1,600 acres out there. We have not been there yet. We had a weekend ride planned there and a camp planned there, but we just got monsooned out of our trip, so it got canceled this year. And I wanted to start, kind of the video logs earlier and get jumping on the channel, but just, life and other things. I still got a career in corporate America, so that's fun and good times. So editing video and getting stuff uploaded takes time and effort, and but I think I want to do it. I've always loved YouTube, and I've loved the value that online video and content creation has brought to my life. I've learned so much about how to work on and build things. I very much enjoy all manner of tinkering, everything from basic woodworking all the way to manual and CNC machining, which I've done all of, learning from YouTube. And so I think YouTube is one of the coolest things that we have in modern day society, and maybe I could get in that space, contribute and have some fun, something to do in my older years. Maybe that'll continue all the way into retirement, who knows. But we're gonna have some fun with it. Intrusive Thoughts wants me to ride right off of that guy's driveway. Don't do it. Bunny rabbits, they're everywhere out here this year. Oh, I think she's going to practice her turnaround here. Oh, foot down in the weeds. She got it the other day. She's been practicing. Not your best performance. Just gonna try her again. That one was pretty good. This isn't a super wide road. You can definitely turn around in it, but she's trying to narrow her turnaround radius. Oh, there we go. That's still pretty good. She's gonna try again. Practice makes perfect. Oh, cracks her. She's like, screw it. Next time. Oh no, she will not be defeated today. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. There it is. She's excited now. Well, folks, if you tuned in for the whole thing, thank you. Again, welcome to the Midlife Cycles YouTube channel. Two-wheel adventures over the hill. You'll soon figure out what hill we're over. Just a couple of middle-aged folks having fun. Till next time.